For today's project, I'm sharing 3 different ways you can use the scoring tool with your Cricut, and it's not folding cards. So let's get started. Okay, so we're starting in Cricut Design Space, and I have a few things that I'm going to create. I'm starting just with a square, and I'm going to find an image that is a pattern. So I'm just doing that by searching pattern here in Cricut Design Space, and I'm going to pick this diagonal pattern and fit it within this square. And once I have that size to the size I want, all we simply do is change the operation from pen to scoring. Okay, so once you change that action to scoring, grab both the cut and the score operations on the right and click attach. Okay, next we're going to do the happy birthday. I'm adding an offset, and then once you have your offset, before you attach it, you want to duplicate it and move it aside, and then you're going to change that operation from cut to scoring again. So now you can see that we have the happy birthday scoring over the offset, and you attach those 2 operations, and then you have separated your happy birthday that you're going to be cutting those letters out. And then lastly, I'm going to create a tab, and I'll show you what I'm going to be doing with that later. And I'm just going to find one of these shapes, one of these free shapes here on the left, and I'm going to add scoring lines. And I'm going to add that by adding the line item under shapes, and then changing that from cut to score, and then making a bunch of them and lining them up as closely as possible. And then we're going to go ahead and go over to the Cricut and cut them out. But before we do that, I do want to emphasize that I am going to make sure that I use more pressure on my settings. No matter what cardstock you're using, make sure you use more pressure, and also make sure you have your scoring tool, obviously. Okay, so the material I'm using is the Cricut foil poster board. I'm just using this because of the project that I'm making. You could basically use any kind of cardstock for these methods. So this is what I'm using. I'm going to use these 3 colors. We have a magenta, gold, and like a turquoise color. For the first card, I'm going to do the turquoise. I'll be using my standard grip mat and my brayer. And here is the scoring tool. You go ahead and put this in the first carriage labeled A. So the Cricut's going to score first and then cut. So the scoring does take a little bit because of the design we picked, but once it's done scoring, it'll cut out the square. Okay, so here are the results. This is embossing with the scoring tool. Now you could do this with almost any design that you can find, especially a pattern, or even if you want to write a message, or however you'd like to create an embossing texture or embossing feature to your cards, your journals, your scrapbooks, anything that you're making with paper. This is a very nice way to do that. And you don't need additional embossing folders or an additional machine like the Sizzix. So this is a really handy way to use your scoring tool. The next way I'm going to show you is I'm going to use the magenta color, and I'm going to show you how you can use the scoring tool for text placement or for project placement. For this version, I'm using the text as I showed you earlier. And this is just so we can use it for alignment. So this is a great way for you to utilize the scoring tool to create precision with your projects. Okay, so here are the results. As you can see, this is the offset that we recreated using the happy birthday text. And you can see that we have drawn the outline of where the letters are going to be. So next we'll cut the letters. Okay, now that we have all the letters cut, we can easily just put them over the traced line. And now you can do, you can add some foam adhesive to make that pop off the page, and you still have good alignment, and it works really well just to keep your designs precise. Especially when you're using a thick offset like this, you really don't know where the letter is going to lie perfectly, so this makes it a little easier for precision. So I'm just placing these here. I'm going to go ahead and quickly add some foam tape, and we will put it together. Okay, so I have it all placed, and as you can see, everything is lined up perfectly. I have it exactly how it looked like on the screen, and the way I can do that is with that scoring placement that we did. So that's the second way you could use the scoring tool. Okay, and lastly, we have this tab that I created, and it's just a tab, and I've used this method a couple of times for my journals. And this scoring line allows me to bend this and kind of make it a little more pliable so that we can use this to close journals, and I'll show you how I did that. So I shared a couple weeks ago my Americana journal, and we have the tab here, and this was created the same way with scoring lines, and I actually have laminate on top of it, but it gives it a lot of leeway so it can be bent and it doesn't leave big creases on the cardstock. So that's one way that I used it. And this was the other way I used it for my recipe book that I shared before. And I actually created two because as I was creating this recipe book, I needed to make it even larger, so I added two tabs. And you can see that they're paper, and they also have the scoring lines, and look how easily this bends, and it feels more like fabric than it does cardstock. So that's the third way that I use the scoring tool for projects other than folding cards and such. Okay, so those are the three ways that I use the scoring tool for items other than cards and folding. I hope you enjoyed this project. Please leave a comment below, and as always, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.